Alright, so we're gonna go right through the Lions schedule. They they're gonna go play at Kansas City, first game of the year. It's gonna be a Thursday night game, so it looks like the first game of the year. So this is the first game we're all gonna be watching in Kansas City. Lions will be traveling. I think this is gonna be a good game. There's a reason they have it shown at 8:20. Remember last year we saw the Rams versus Bills. Everyone picked the Rams and the Bills blew them out. So don't be surprised if they have the Super Bowl winner get blown out by the Lions, guys. But I picked the Chiefs, but that might change come week 1 when I see the bets. If I see that 85% or something crazy is on the Chiefs, I'm going to pick the Lions. So that's just how that's going to go. So I'm going to wait for that to tell you that. But for now, we'll pick the Chiefs on paper. Then they play the Seahawks. Against the Seahawks, this is going to be another good game. The Seahawks have a decent defense, pretty okay offense. I think it's going to be a really good game. They're going to be in Detroit, though, so Detroit usually has a home advantage. They play very well at home. Jared Goff plays very well in a dome. I think I'm going to take the Lions here in a close game. Even though they're missing their number 2 wideout. But then again, their defense isn't the best. So I don't know how they keep sustaining. But then again, Seattle, they don't really try to powerhouse you. They just try to run the ball and keep the defense off the field. Well, their defense. That's what they want to do. They run the ball, a lot of play action, long drives. They're not trying to put up a lot of points. That's never been who they are. So I don't know why it would start now. I'm going to pick the Lions to win this game. Just because of sheer gunfire. Then the Lions are going to play the dirty Atlanta in the dirty of Detroit. This is going to be an offensive game for sure. This is for sure going to be an offensive game. I just don't know which way I'm leaning here. This game can go either way. You know Atlanta's going to run their rookie like crazy. Cordell Patterson, like a lot of running, guys, with Atlanta. And they got some big boy receivers. I think this is going to be a good game. I don't know which way to go with this one. 1 o'clock game, though. So 1 o'clock games usually blend in. So we won't really see too much of it. I'm going to see it because I got Red Zone. But a lot of people aren't going to see this game. So these are the games where it's like the NFL does BS and like weird plays where a lot of people won't see it. A lot of stupid things are going to happen in this game. I just don't know which way it's going to go because both teams are offensive. Like literally, both teams are offensively built. So it's going to be very interesting to see what they do on defense. You know what I mean? Because Atlanta couldn't stop anything last year. Neither could Detroit, really. Both teams were struggling on defense, but not on offense. That wasn't what was left to be desired on both sides. And both sides lost defensive players, too. So I just don't know which way to go here. But I'm leaning more towards the Lions just because they were better last year, and I think that carries over more. And they're going to be home. So I'm going to pick the Lions. Then they're going to play the Green Bay Packers. I had the Packers winning the first time. They're going to be in Green Bay. Not much of a weather difference in September, but Detroit, they lucked out. They got Green Bay early rather than late. But I think the Bears got screwed. No, Minnesota gets screwed. The Bears, they get them... no, the Bears get them in December, too. So the Bears and Minnesota get screwed. Looks like the Lions are fine. Because the second time they play, they're going to be at home in a dome. So that's fine. So, yeah, I'll give them this loss right here. Just because I got to stay true. Then they're going to play the Panthers. I don't think the Panthers are gonna be any good this year, but they're gonna do some good things in certain moments. Like they're gonna like, for instance, they'll make games like you'll turn on a Panthers game and you'll see the score will be like 17-20, or it'll even be tied up 17-17, but then they lose it at the end because they just don't have enough guys. It's gonna be like that with this Panthers team. They're gonna lose a lot of close games just because they don't have the guys around the quarterback yet. They're gonna have to build that. And once you get the quarterback, then you gotta start building around him. That takes time. Unless you're telling me this guy is a mini Tom Brady and is the next chosen one, it's gonna take time, and that's what they're gonna afford him. They got the coach to do it, Frank Reich. So he'll groom him. That's the guy they wanted. They picked him. Frank Reich has been waiting for a first round quarterback that is his baby, that he can groom. So this is perfect. I don't think he'll rush the process. If he's smart, he'll start Andy Dalton. I think Andy Dalton's just back up there, or the guy they signed. He'll start Andy Dalton just the first couple weeks, just so you don't get the guy killed. He's a smaller guy. I know you want to get him burned. He's going to play. He's going to play, guys. But you don't want to just throw him into the fire like that. Like, just let him get a feel of the game. Let him see the game from the sideline and see the speed of the game first. And just, feel it out and then put him. It's better when they do that. So they can, because you get to see it both ways. You get to see it off the field and how everyone's reacting. Then you get back on and you've already seen it that way. Something he's never done. He's never seen the game from the sidelines because he's always been the best player. I think it's always good for every great player to see the game from the sideline before getting on the field. That's just me. But either way, I don't think this is going to fare well for them. I'm going to pick the Lions here. But next year is going to be a whole different, well, I should say 2 years from now, it'll be a whole different thing. Then they're going to play the Buccaneers. We're going to name them the Bucks, make it easy. This is going to be another offensive game. They're going to be traveling to Tampa. Tampa. Yeah, so Tampa, they lost some defensive guys. The Lions, their team is looking good on offense. I think this comes down to, do you like Jared Goff or do you like Baker Mayfield more? And that's what this game comes down to. Who do you like more out of those two? Me, I think I like Jared Goff more. Their O-line's better. They have a good O-line, guys. People need to stop thinking this isn't the Lions of 5 years ago or whatever. This is a new team, guys. This team has some firepower, man. They got some life in them. Jared Goff's not really a loser. He's trying to win. He's got a lively arm. He's still young. I think they'll be all right, man. I really do. A lot of people are going to pick Tampa here. Tampa will be the home team. Tampa has a real shot at winning. But Baker Mayfield is not no Tom Brady. So I'm picking the Lions. Then they're going to play Baltimore, the Ravens. The Ravens, they've got some firepower, guys. They got Duvernay. They got that rookie, that speedster rookie they just drafted. They got OBJ. They got Mark Andrews. They still got the running backs. Lamar, obviously. This is a great team, man. I think this is going to be one of the 6 new playoff teams that we get this year. They should have made it last year, Lamar going down, but I think that was part of the plan, but that's neither here or there. So I think this game, they're going to be in Baltimore. I'm going to pick Baltimore just because they're more well-rounded. They got a defense, and at the offense I just stated, it's just too many guys to account for, too much speed. And then Lamar is the 11th guy. Usually when you're playing a quarterback, it's 11 on 10. When you play Lamar, it's 11 on 11. You got to account for the quarterback. I picked the Ravens to win this game. Detroit. So next, they're going to play the Raiders. The Raiders of Las Vegas. So they're going to play the Raiders. And I think they're going to beat the Raiders. I don't think it's going to be even close. Guys, they put this as a Monday night game. Why are they doing this to us? No one wants to watch the Raiders on Monday night. Not even Raiders fans want to watch the Raiders this year. Your quarterback ain't even gonna be there. Like, who the hell's gonna be throwing Devontae Adams the football? You lost Matt Collins. You lost Darren Waller. Didn't they lose their running back too? It's like, what is Josh McDaniels doing? Like, he's literally stripping that team down. It's no longer the Raiders anymore. I think that guy was sent over there to bomb that team. Because that team, literally, he bombed the Broncos, right? He destroyed that team. He took that team apart, right? Now he's here. He's doing the same thing. He's destroying this team. Like, these freaking owners need to stop signing Josh McDaniels as a head coach. He's not a freaking head coach. He is an offensive coordinator. Always has, always will be. And that has never changed. I just don't get why they keep doing that. They're throwing money away, throwing players away, throwing contracts away. For what? This isn't a W, man. This is a W. Every time I think about the Raiders, it just pisses me off. It's like, why did they sign this man as a head coach out of all these guys? You could have had Sean Payton over there. This team would have been fixed by now. They're just certain guys that are head coaches and that know what they're doing and have been doing this for a while. And Josh McDaniels just isn't one of those guys. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just being truthful. Next, they're going to play the Chargers. So they play the Chargers. Let me reference. Chargers versus Lions. I had the Chargers winning. But even that game, the Lions can beat them, guys. So we're going to look at the bets, obviously, week 10. And we're going to make a definitive decision then. But on paper, I don't mind picking the Chargers. Because they have a little bit more on defense. On offense, you can say they're about even. Nah, I'd say the Chargers are a little bit better with their skill guys. Offensive line, I think the Lions have a better offensive line. Defensive line, Chargers. Linebackers, Lions, probably, honestly. And then DBs, Chargers. I think that we can all agree on that. So I'll pick the Chargers here. So that's an L. Then they play Chicago, the Bears. The more improved Bears they're going to be more improved from last year, guys. They won one game. So me saying the more improved Bears, I'm not really lying by saying that. Even if they win 2 games, they're more improved. But who did I pick the first time around? Let's see. I picked the Lions the first game, and it's because they're going to be at home. So that's a W for the Lions. Then they play Green Bay. The Green Bay Packers, and they're gonna be home. And this game, I picked the Lions, so that's a W. That's 2 divisional wins in a row right there. That's good. Then they're gonna play New Orleans, the Saints, and this is gonna be a good team. I think the Saints win this one, guys. The Saints are just a little bit better, I think. A little bit better. And they can use Taysom Hill at tight end. I love Taysom Hill at tight end, man. If you can because Taysom Hill is listed as like their 4th-string quarterback. You have Derek Carr. Taysom Hill, use him at tight end, man. Like he'll be amazing for this team. And then you still got Michael Thomas, and then Olave, and then that other guy. So they're good, guys. This team's gonna be fine. Their O-line's still there. Their defense is still there, minus Davenport. And I think one other guy, but their defense is pretty much intact. They're going to be in New Orleans. Tough place to play. That Mercedes Superdome. So I'm going to pick the Saints here. L. Lions. After a 2-game win streak. Then they're going to play the Chicago Bears. And I had the Bears winning the second time. So in other words, L. Then they're going to play the Denver Broncos. All right, against the Denver Broncos, let's see. Which way did I go? Which way did he go? Denver Broncos, Lions. I gave the Broncos the L, guys. So I'm giving the Lions the W here. I thought that I gave the Broncos the W there, so that's not surprising. That's pretty. I could see that happening because they're going to be at home. Denver's going to have to go to Detroit in those elements. You know, like, I don't wish that upon anyone, having to travel to Detroit and then having to play a football game or do anything for that matter. Like, who the hell wants to be in Detroit? Detroit players don't even want to be there. But the point of the matter is, it's a tough thing to do. So that's why I picked them. And Denver, they're going to have their growing pains, guys. It's not going to be, oh, it's perfect now, Sean Payton's here. Like, it's going to be much improved, but they're going to still go through some growing pains, guys. Because you still got Russell Wilson trying to prove to everyone that he is a pocket passer when he's never been that. He's been a playmaker. So let me put it this way. If Russell Wilson continues to try to prove to us that he's a pocket passer, we're going to be disappointed and they're going to have another losing season. But if he stops doing that and plays the way he's been playing, like running around, creating plays, extending plays, if he does stuff like that, they will be successful. If he chooses not to do that, they won't be successful. So that's the caveat for the Broncos. So I should have said that before, but I just thought of that again. All right, so next they play the Dallas Cowboys. I gave the Cowboys the W against Detroit. I think I was being kind there. Because I think Detroit is going to beat the Cowboys. But they're going to be at Dallas. So that's probably why I picked Dallas. As long as Dallas has no injuries. Let's say CeeDee Lamb is hurt. Dallas loses that game, guys. Even if CeeDee Lamb's there, I think Dallas still loses this game. I'm just being nice because I don't want no Dallas people in my comments. They already are. So, but realistically, Dallas probably loses to Detroit. Because Detroit's just more high-powered. Mike McCarthy is just so conventional, so slow-paced that he can't keep up with the pace of Detroit. You know what I mean? And it's going to be grueling. It's going to be noticeable. You're going to see it. Because he's going to be calling plays, Mike McDaniels, this year. Or, is that his name? No, not Mike McDaniels. The Dallas head coach. I don't know why I said Mike McDaniels. What the heck's the guy's name? Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy is going to be calling the plays. So, he's, like, you saw the way he called plays in Green Bay. Very rhythmic. Very slow. There's no pace to it. Whereas Detroit, they're up and running. They're trying to, it's like playing basketball. They're trying to score as many points as quickly as possible. But I think realistically the Lions will win that. But I'm going to give this one to the Cowboys because I already did. But, so in other words, ale. But let's wait though. Let's wait till week 17. I guarantee you it's going to be most likely different. And then they're going to play the Vikings. Whoa, hold on. I think I skipped an earlier Viking game. Oh, yeah, I did. I did. Hold on, guys. So, Cowboys. Hold on. Let me, I skipped over a Viking game. I just noticed. Give me 1 second. Packers, Bucks. Ravens, Raiders, Chargers, Bears, Packers, Saints, Bears, Broncos. Alright, so yeah, the Vikings. I'm gonna give the Vikings. They're gonna be at Minnesota. But the Vikings are going to struggle this year, guys. I'm giving this to Detroit. And then, let's see here. Detroit. And then Dallas, right? Dallas. And we already said that's an L. And then the last game, but least in the division, I would say, the Vikings. And the Vikings, that's also going to be a W. So let's count up the L's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like the Lions will be 10-7. I got the Lions going 10-7. For some reason, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Looks like I'm a game short with the Packers. I did the same thing with the Packers yesterday. Which game did I miss with the Packers? It's hard to do it sometimes because I'm looking at this notebook and sometimes I miss the line. But I still had him at 8 and 9. So, but what game did I miss? Because I'm looking over here and I definitely did miss a game. Give me 1 second. I think. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, I missed the game with the Packers. Which game did we miss? Saints, Lions, Raiders, Broncos, Vikings, Rams, Steelers, Chargers, Lions, Chiefs, Giants, Bucks. Oh, we missed the Panthers. We missed the Panthers, guys. Bucks, Panthers, Chicago. Panthers. So with the Panthers on against the Green Bay Packers, I picked the Packers. So that would change the Packers record. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 and 9. Is that even possible? If there's 17 games, how could you be 9 and 9? You win 9 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it would be 9 and 8. They'd be 9 and 8, guys. So instead of 8 and 9, I have the Packers 9 and 8. Alright, so that's what that is. So the Bears 10-7, Packers 9 and 8, Lions 10-7, and we'll do the Vikings tomorrow, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.